Medieval era. Life in the 5th to the 15th century was even stranger than you thought. From shocking superstitions to the preventable plague, here are the most bizarre customs, traditions, and mythical creatures during the medieval period you will not believe. If you like the video, subscribe and let us know in the comments below. If you could go anywhere in time, where would you go and what would you do? If you find Ned, let us know in the comments below. Sword fighting and driving skills. Why do some countries drive on the left? The practice comes from medieval England, where valiant knights will ride their horses on the left side of the road in order to have the right hand, the dominant hand, free to grab their swords in the off chance they encounter enemies. When you travel, notice that the many countries that still drive on the left side were once English territories and colonies. No PDA, please. How would you like to be born in the Dark Ages? Right now, if you're going on a date, you're more likely to go and see a chick flick than an action movie. But the representation of what love is now does not look anything like how it was in medieval times. If for any reason a man was caught kissing a girl, automatically the couple had to be married whether they both wanted or not. Sorry. Expressions of affections were seen as sealing the deal. Bringing your own knife to a party. Eating habits have definitely changed over time. If you were in England during the Dark Ages and got invited to a dinner party, I am sure you're not thinking of eating utensils as a must-have item to carry with you. You'll be surprised to know that during the medieval times in England, it was expected of you to bring your own knives to the table. Wooden spoons and even eating with the hands was a practice that eventually transcended to eating exclusively with tools. Forks were ridiculed for the longest time, but eventually became a must-have eating utensil. Origins of the military salute. The way we say hello to people has adapted through time to fit the etiquette of the region or the country habits of the time. But the military salute still carries the elements of the medieval era. The reason the right hand is raised and placed over the right eyebrow comes from the way armored knights would salute one another. Due to the complex headpieces the armored knight wore, in order to reveal their identity, they would raise their visors and hold them. The medieval Japan. Medieval times did not only happen in Europe. Japan also had its Dark Ages, although the conditions were different for the Japanese. One major difference with Europe is that Japan did not have peasants as lower class, and they were actually respected. Hygiene standards were very different. Europeans bathed few times in their lives, while Japanese bathed regularly and were very clean in many other aspects of their lives, including sewer systems. And to keep their teeth looking healthy, Japanese will use charcoal to blacken their teeth and protect them from decay, as well as have dentists pull their teeth using their bare hands. Medieval religion with 21st century equality. The Dark Ages are best known for the loss of education of the masses and the rise of power of a very few. But the Cathars in medieval Europe were so forward-thinking that they were forcefully eradicated as heretics. The Cathar was a fragment of Christianity. Their core beliefs include equality of women and men, as well as an open and tolerant view of love regardless of gender of each partner. As a pacifist religion, the Cathar were also vegetarians. All those heretic beliefs made them a target of a full-scale crusade against them. If you go to France, few Cathar castles can still be seen. Mythical creatures in daily life. Medieval art was bizarre. They have unique paintings and tapestries that include mythical animals such as unicorns. It was later discovered that the gorgeous unicorn horns were actually from narwhals sold by the Vikings as real unicorn horns. If unicorn scenes are not enough to make us wonder what was really happening during that era, it was common to see monsters painted on maps. So any unexplored territory had a monster painted on it. But an even crazier scene commonly found in medieval manuscript, and for still unknown reasons, were knights fighting snails. What do you think that was all about? Shocking superstitions and horrible jobs. Thunderstorms can be scary. Sometimes it feels like the house is rumbling and will collapse at any moment. If you were living in the Dark Ages, you will believe that the rumbling was caused by demons, not nature. So, in order to protect the village, a bell ringer was sent to the top of the towers to ring the consecrated bells in an effort to scare the demons away. You and I know that demons were not the culprits of the thunder. But can you imagine being a bell ringer and have to scare the thunder away? I am sure those who got zapped were not happy at all. The Entroido of Spain. Not everything during the Middle Ages was dark. They had castle parties and court jesters were hired, and knights participated in tournaments displaying strength for a prize. The common folk had festivals. A popular festival during the Middle Ages in Spain is the Entroido, and it's still celebrated today in several parts of Galicia. This medieval carnival was celebrated before Lent, the 40 days of abstinence in preparation for Easter, where medieval tax collectors take to the streets carrying burning hay as people try to stop the fire by throwing sand. Entroido has evolved to a more colorful festival with many more characters added. The preventable plague, you idiots! We cannot ignore that the reason most of us know about the Dark Ages is due to the Black Death or the plague. For some reason, they had it against cats, thinking that they consorted with witches. To solve the threat of witches, most cats, especially the black ones, were eradicated. So the non-hygienic conditions mentioned earlier and the fear of cats spread the plague more easily, since the plague spread from fleas carried by rats. No cats, more rats. Anyway, an expression we still hear today after sneezing is "bless you." One of the first symptoms of the plague was sneezing, and saying "bless you" may save them from an imminent demise. According to their beliefs, covering the mouth when sneezing will stop the spread and prevent their souls from escaping their body. A moment in time. You're called to the table for dinner, but you're not ready to hit there yet. So you will request a moment. According to medieval Europe, a moment is a measure of time that equals 90 seconds. So next time you request a moment, you have 1.5 minutes to get there. But how they measured the rest of the day was very unique too. The day was divided into 7 hours. Despite the length of the day during the summer compared to the winter, an hour during the summer was 150 minutes, while in the winter, each hour was about 60 minutes. Remember to click the bell icon after you subscribe so you can get instant notifications of all of our new videos. Medieval times and bizarre events of that era discovered. Thank you for watching.